into the middle of July 2026. Of course, today is the 13th day. 10 minutes past 7 o'clock. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush. The name is Markam Davis, and Fatu Kamara is also here this morning. Together, we are driving you straight to 10 o'clock on the show. Of course, Abraham Cannon, better or preferred to be called Uncle Sack, is part of the crew here from since yesterday. So, folks, welcome to the show. Coming up shortly, we will, of course, bring you the commercials here as usual. A regional update, as we always do. Of course, we'll go online to recognize those of you who are following us. And we'll talk about some of the crucial issues happening in the country, have some conversation with you. And the fact check report will also be here. 8 o'clock we'll have folks from the Wajipanzi Foundation. They'll be talking about some of the work they're doing in the country. And that interview will run up to 9 o'clock. And at 9 o'clock to 10, we'll be talking about the rubber sector. You know, there being different stakeholders' view on issues unfolding within the rubber sector of the country. Debate over the presidential executive order number 166 and all of that. So we will have folks coming from the organization called NAPFO. The vice president and the president will be here. Stanley will be here along with the president. So they will be talking about the rubber sector. Yes, it's a big national debate they've been dragging on. So we will be hosting folks from that organization here this morning to talk more about different issues within the rubber sector. You know, the executive order placed a ban on the exportation of unprocessed rubber from Liberia. So there have been different stakeholders' view on that. So we'll have some other stakeholders here this morning to talk about that. So we'll go for the commercials. When we'll come back, we will talk more right here on the OK Morning Rush. Good morning to all of you who are joining us this morning. It's been I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Let's go for the commercials.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I'll just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
I say, my people,
First National Savings and Loans Liberia not do it again. Oh, I say my people, y'all listen. First National Savings and Loan Liberia not do it again. Oh,
But when I come poo, why you shouting all around the place like you not found bank manager well so?
Namo, even if I found bank manager well, I would be very happy.
Like how now?
Because all the things that the First National Savings and Loans Liberia doing, it will really take away our stress. Oh.
In what way it will take away your stress?
Look, Namo, if you're looking for a good place to save your money you suffer for, or you want your money to receive good interest over a period of time, then go to the First National Savings and Loans Liberia. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, you can open savings account, current account, church savings, SUSU savings, and mobile banking. You will get account SMS alerts right away, meaning as soon you save the money, you will get message on your phone right away that you not save the money.
So Goku, the way you not do all the fancy then so what should do now if I want to open my own account?
Namo, when it comes to opening a saving account for church, school, and organization, you can call them and they can open the account for you right to your own house, school, church, or organization. If you want to pay your children's school fees, you can also do it when you call them too. Try to join them to make things easy for yourself.
I rather missing good in you.
Also, First National Savings and Loans Liberia can offer you different ways to do what the poor people call fixed deposit, or to keep your money starting from 13% per annual, meaning per year for Liberian dollars deposit, and 10.25% per annual, meaning also per year for United States dollars deposit for what the poor people call fixed deposit. First National Savings and Loans Liberia. We are located on 10th Street, Sinker. Better still, you can call us on 0779 206 231 or 0886 027 466, and we will come to you. First National Savings and Loan Liberia is a microfinance deposit taking institution. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, we put you and your business first.
As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to pray.
Oh, yes, I have a reason to praise the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, the Musical Instrument Committee of the Lagbasi Community Church presents a grand fundraiser sun service hosted by the Heartbeat Choir of the Lagbasi Community Church. Honor the team, equipping the sound of praise and worship. Text Psalm 150 verse 6, featuring some of Liberia's finest gospel ministers and choirs, including Minister Paul K. Holland, Minister Abigail Bucket Collins, the Monrovia Community Mass Choir, and the Better Living SDA Church Choir. Note, the date is July 12th, 11 a.m. at the Lagbasi Community Church, every single Lagbasi community. Together, let's invest in the sound that touches heaven and impact lives.
The Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, informs all taxpayers and the general public of the ongoing registration exercise for medium and large taxpayers in preparation for the transition to the value-added tax VAT regime. The registration process includes the deployment of an electronic invoicing system in accordance with Section 55C of the Revenue Code of Liberia as amended and the Income Tax EFD regulation. All concerned taxpayers are encouraged to register online on the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr by clicking on the Online Services tab, selecting GST or VAT registration, and completing the registration process. A team from the LRA will visit your premises to provide support for the registration process. Taxpayers are strongly advised to fully cooperate with the LRA registration teams to ensure successful registration and smooth deployment of the electronic invoicing system. Failure to comply with the registration requirements may result in penalties as prescribed under the amended Revenue Code, including other punitive measures. Please note that pursuant to the Liberia Tax Amendment Act of December 2025, approved on March 24, 2026, the Goods and Services Tax (GST) rate has been adjusted from 12% to 13% as part of efforts to facilitate a smooth transition to the value-added tax VAT system in 2027. For more information, visit the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr or call 0770 572 572. Signed, Margaret P. Crote, Commissioner, Domestic Tax Department.
Sandra, where are you going?
To the next water and sewer office to pay my bills.
But you live not too far from Pinsville City Hall.
Yes, but water and sewer got no office in that area.
Oh, so you don't hear the news yet?
What news?
The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has a new cashier center at the Pinsville City Hall where all LWSC bills can be paid daily, Monday to Friday, from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
What? So you won't tell me I've been wasting time on this road waiting for back when I could just walk to the Pinsville City Hall to pay my water bills?
Enjoy improved, efficient, and convenient financial services at the new LWSC Cashier Center, recently opened at the Pinsville City Hall for our value customers, mainly people living in the vicinity. For more information, call 0777 464 171, 0886 616 767, 0886 617 200, or our orange call-free number 5972.
The sun is hot and this traffic isn't moving. Worst of all, my car insurance expires today. Now I have to find a parking to stay in long queue. My whole day is gone.
My friend, why are you doing that to yourself? You don't need to go to them. Sir Auto Express comes to you. It is the fastest way to get your auto insurance in Liberia.
Will they come to me in this traffic?
Anywhere in Monrovia, just send your vehicle documents to them on WhatsApp. They will process everything in 10 to 15 minutes. You pay with mobile money or cash. When they arrive at your door, no stress, no waiting, and the best part, delivery is absolutely free of charge.
So I can stay in my office, send a WhatsApp, and my sticker just appear.
Exactly. And listen, if you insure your car for 1 full year, SAR gives you a free gasoline coupon. You are saving time and getting free gas just for being a new customer. It is extra value for your money. SAR Insurance is committed to protecting you across Liberia from Broad Street and Cinco, Todwala, Buchanan, and Ganta City. We are there for you. Drive with confidence, knowing you are by a name trusted by the Central Bank. Get your relief today. WhatsApp us at
0770 381293
0771 504645. Free calls on Orange 0771 111222 or Lone Star 7223. Sir Auto Express. No stress, no waiting, just simple, fast delivery.
Good news to all travelers in and out of Liberia. Sumahoro Transport Service, STF, has introduced new fleets of buses in Liberia to take travelers from Monrovia directly to Ghana, Abidjan, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. We can also do connections for our passengers to Lomé, Cotonou, and Lagos, as well as Bamako, Dakar, Banjul, Kankan, Madiana, and Labe. We carry valuable items to your loved ones through our courier service. We also have delivery service to your various destinations upon arrival in Monrovia. We have taxi service to and from our parking station to your home. Please come to our red light office opposite Zone 9 Depot Police Station or call 0775 908830 0886 0555. 558801 for bookings. ST is here to serve you.
Your cars, generators, and other machines can last much longer when you use the right kind of petroleum products to power your engines. Sunek Group, located on Bushwood Island, is dealer and distributor of high-quality petroleum products across Liberia at available prices. At Sunek Group, we sell and distribute high-quality petrol, gas, and diesel fuel to fueling stations across the nation. Our highly trained, professional, and customer-friendly staff are always waiting and ready to serve you. We deliver your petroleum products to your destinations on time. No worries. Power your engines with the right kinds of petrol, oil, and gas today and save time and money. Come to Sunek Group, your one-stop distributor of high-quality petrol, oil, and gas. We are located in a BMC building opposite UBA Bank, just a block away from LPRC on Bushwood Island. For more information, call 0777-062-441 or 0886-473-164. Sunek Group, spinning the wheels of oil and gas in Africa.
The Banking Institute of Liberia, BIL, the training arm of the Liberia Bankers Association, LBA, and the Central Bank of Liberia, CBL, announces the commencement of its professional training program in the following categories. Professional Development Training. These targets graduating seniors and degree holders. Courses offered: Banking and Finance, Audit and Internal Controls, Procurement and Contract Management, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Public Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, M&E, Compliance and Corporate Risk Management, Human Resource and Customer Relationship Management, Project Management, Business Analytics, Data Analysis and Management using Power BI, SPSS and Excel, Ethics and Corporate Governance Project Proposal Writing. Duration, 3 months. Tuition, $275. Business Development Training. The Banking Institute of Liberia also offers training for high school graduates and college students in Business Accounting and Microfinance Management, Small and Medium Enterprise Development and Management Office Administration and Business Communication. Duration, 2 months. Tuition, $205. All our fees are payable in 3 installments. Training programs at the Banking Institute of Liberia are facilitated by experienced lecturers with practical experience, including bank executives and financial experts. BIL is committed to providing professional training to its clients at international standards. For more information, visit the Institute office at the intersection of Warren and Carey Streets, in the old microfinance building of the Central Bank of Liberia. Banking Institute of Liberia, the Center of Excellence in Banking and Financial Management Training.
Liberia, get ready for the biggest night of comedy, fun, and unforgettable laughter. Friday, July 17th, join One Star Entertainment in collaboration with Divine Event for an explosive comedy night. Honor the team, Unity True Laughter, featuring your favorite comedians and entertainers: Joseph Dean, Quincy T, Angel Michael, Feature Doe, Julius the Comedian, Ma Mary, and Lopukolu, all on one stage for one incredible night. It's happening at the EJS Ministerial Complex Ballroom. Red carpet begins at 7 p.m. So come early, strike a pose, and get ready to laugh until your soul hurts. Admission VVIP $150 USD with 3 persons plus drinks and snacks. VIP $100 USD with 2 persons plus drink and snack. Regular is $50 USD with drinks and snacks. Don't miss this event. Everyone will be talking about Comedy Night, Unity True Laughter. See you Friday, July 17th at the EJS Ministerial Complex Ballroom. For table reservation, call 0555-569-920 or 0776-149-616, or better still, 0777-5 515-198. Don't miss this event. Everyone will be talking about Comedy Night, Unity True Laughter. See you Friday, July 17th at the EJS Ministerial Complex Ballroom. Unity True Laughter is proudly sponsored by Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, National Port Authority, Liberia Airport Authority, LPRC, NASCAR, ACMA, Central Cafe, BNJ Faction, Club Beer, Kerry Kids, Cementco, and Crown Prince, and media partners include Hot FM and OKFM.
And of course, our cousin may compete and Yana to break hell loose. And I'm calling on all your politicians to come and support and let work together in unity for the common goal of this country.
Of course, thanks to our sponsors who are doing business with us here on OKFM. Like we mentioned earlier, at 8 o'clock, we'll have folks who will be with us here as our guests. They'll be having this interview in commemoration of the World Chimpanzee Day. We'll have Madam Lopu Kakula here from Ebom's Code. When they come, they will tell us what is that Ebom's Code. Madam Comfort Davids will also be here. Peaches S. Kumin from FDA. And Elimir Nenwa from the World Chimpanzee Foundation. And of course, at 9 o'clock, like I mentioned earlier, we will have two officials from the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia. The president, James W. Sekie, will be here alongside Stanley Sewolo, the vice president. So they will be here. Fatu?
Yes, good morning, Maka. Good morning to everybody listening. So much to do. But it's good that we are awake. And
Every day, yeah, so much to do.
Yeah, we are awake and we are up on our feet, going to bed and waking up is not right. It's by the mercies of God that we're all alive. So I'm grateful, and it's good to be back to work on Monday. On Friday, it's like Friday evenings, everybody can be happy, like going rest, But as soon as Sunday evening, everybody will, that me there. So that when it's Sunday evening, I say, hey, we come and go back again, the up and down. But it's good because this is what we all choose to do. And somebody says, I don't regret the path that I chose. Yeah, because it gives us a lot of responsibility to inform people, to make sure that the right things are done and the right things are said as well, so that people can be lying. They say that and just do the wrong things without being checkmated. Yes, so it's good that we're back.
Okay, so we can check for regional update. Let's see some of the latest news happening around us.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll come back. We'll go to OKTV Online to recognize some of those who are following the show. As soon as we can lay our hands on the fact check report to you, also bring it on.
Of course. So we go to Nigeria, where Nigeria's military says it has freed all 44 pupils and teachers who were abducted 2 months ago from schools in the southern state of Oyo and arrested some of their captors. The local teachers union has told the BBC of its relief, but families say the ordeal has been harrowing and they are still waiting to be united with their loved ones. The military said that several soldiers died in the rescue mission. The freed captives are currently receiving medical treatment at an undisclosed hospital and will return home at a later date. Army spokesperson Jonah Danjuma said in a statement issued on Friday evening, a renewed wave of mass kidnappings has hit Nigeria in recent months, and insecurity remains a major issue ahead of next year's general election. The government says it is stepping up security around schools and vulnerable communities, but critics say it is not enough. In this case, the victims were kidnapped by gunmen on the 15th of May from 3 schools in the district of Osari in Oyo State: Baptist Nursery and Primary School, LA Primary School, and Community Grammar School. Imagine, Maka, since May 15,
I'll tell you.
children abducted, and they were just being, freed by.
I really
the
don't
military.
know the motives. Most of the time, they will tell you they are doing it for ransom and all of that. I really don't understand. So you just kidnap the children from the school and keeping them. I mean, I don't know whether this is a form of a business or. I mean,
Yeah.
it is somehow. And like you mentioned in the story, election coming again, right?
Mhm.
So all of the candidates, including even the incumbent, they're going to be telling the Nigerian people that they will solve the insecurity
Yes,
issue in
insecurity
Nigeria.
issue in
That's the
Nigeria. Yeah.
the funny part of it, because every election this is the message. You will say the government in power cannot solve the issue. You have the solution. When you come, you cannot solve the problem.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you come, it gets worse. So we are hoping for all the best. The sad thing is they are not kidnapping the politicians.
Mhm.
They are taking people's school children away.
Yeah,
That's the
school children.
sad thing.
Mm.
For example, if you are maybe taking the BB people then
The
who
people
making
who have the
decisions,
money,
yeah, who
who have
making
the money.
decisions on the country's resources, if you are taking them, fine.
But you take
But you're
poor
taking the
people
children, yeah.
Take poor people children. And it's just so confusing, right? Maka, instead of going to take those people who are the politicians and causing all of the all of the problems you think you're facing, instead of going for their children, their own children, go to
Mhm.
their houses and capture their children, you leave them and you go for people. I'm not saying it's a good thing, right? But you go for poor people children, and people sitting down now waiting for their children to go home, like you listen to the story. So like the people said, Maka, it's for ransom, so that the BB people or the other Boko Haram,
Mhm.
they do it for like religious benefits, like religious issues, right? But sometimes the children we just know that the money they do it to get
Mhm.
money, and it's like now a business the people do.
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, the government will negotiate on
Yeah,
how much they
negotiate.
can pay for the children to get, released to their
release.
families and all of that.
Yeah.
That is very sad. But let's see some of the people who are following
Yeah.
this morning. We have having Kane who have joined us this morning from Pinsville City, the largest and most populated city in the Republic of Liberia. Abu Sisi is also following, but Abu is following from Philadelphia, the USA. Frederick Salif has joined us this morning. Abeningo Bala Newton is following. Hanafi Jalo has also joined. Johnny Coleman Senior is following. Martin Kandima has joined from Chikisu Factory. He says that's somewhere around Monrovia. Charles G. Talley is also following. Venetius Junior Bar has joined us. Joseph Brooks, Leo Dolo, Peter W. Bleedy, Robert Ngone, as usual, is following. Amara said. Peter Lynn Peters is following this morning. Angeline W. Dennis has joined as well from Yekepa in Nimba County. Daniel Tante has joined as well. Hans Yewan Twazama is following this morning. Kemokai Albert Seye Mahmoud is also following the broadcast this morning. Jeff Yofi is also following from Fendel, Edward Collet, Beatrice N. Smith, Jonathan Sensu Senion, Jerry Hutterson is following. Paye Joshua Cooper Passaway is following. He says he's following from his office. Jameson Samuel Weir has joined us this morning as well. Abraham Swan is following. Lawrence for Greatness, James T. Tennessee Toplu. Okay, Tennessee is following. Thanks for joining this morning. Tennessee, Roland Kofa is following as well. Musa A.S. Fofana, Israel Jackson, Emmanuel Forka Tuwe Lavito Benjamin Koma Piwala Jr. is following from Rwanda this morning. Thanks for joining Maurice. Moses Mogai is also following Fatu.
Yeah, thanks to all of those following. As a matter of fact, we have most of the time we have regular followers. Most of the names you're calling are people who follow every day. Every time we hear, whether it's Clarence, it's Julius, you always hear those names. So we appreciate them. It's because of them that we're here, and it's also because of us that they're there. You know?
Of course. I don't know whether we have the fact check now.
Yes, we can check. If not,
Yes, we can check if we have it, but if not, we can start to talk about some of the issues that people are discussing in the country. Welcome back, Mr. President. The president is back after a week-long working visit to Turkey. Initially there have been, the normal social media. I don't know how should I call it, where other people will be saying, "Oh, the president are going to Turkey." There's no information coming out of Turkey. In fact, other people will say, "Oh, the president went on something personal, talk about medical and all of that." But over the weekend, the president returned to the country and said he will leave it with them. Yeah.
yeah. So they probably getting chicken small. The political temperature. And after we're talking about the political temperature, the political temperature is getting high, and as it gets high, the president is actually responding to it now. He thinks that people are talking too much, and some of the things they're talking are not substantive. So when somebody travel, and we have to be, we have to reason, right? What is wrong with the president going to do his medical? Maka, if you hear money, you are going to go out of the country to go to your medicals, to go and do your checkup.
Yeah.
Right? So if the president traveled and he had time, and he wanted to use that time to go and do medical, what is really wrong with it? Is that politics anymore? Those in the opposition not going for medicals too, right? Who not going for medical, Maka? Everybody can get sick and go to hospital. So if you get a chance, maybe the president travel and he has the chance to go and do it. What is wrong with that? I'm not saying that was what happened, right? But the things that we see that people make politics out of are not even things that we should be discussing, Maka. Right?
Yeah.
So the president went for a trip and he said, "This is what I'm going for." Right? At the end of the day, let the president come back now. If you don't see anything, from the trip he went for, then we can start to criticize. But the president went after 3 days. Hear from the man. He said, "Oh, the man, the president
In hospital.
In hospital." Right? So that everything the president will come and put on Facebook and say, "Okay, today, whatever we discuss today, everything will be on Facebook." Yes, it's important, right? We have to be updated as citizens about the workings of the government, especially the president. But again, if the president goes out of the country and decides to do his medical, how is that politics, my people? Who in this country does not want to go out of the country to go and do medical? The same thing we're discussing this morning. So people politicize everything, and somebody said, this opposition is actually very weak. If you say the president went for medical, what we used to see, before other opposition, then we see photos, we see, video, we see every other thing. But we're not seeing anything, no proof. You're not showing us evidence.
As a one photo with someone sitting in a wheelchair around a place that look like an airport.
And the good thing is we have fact check people everywhere now. When photos come, like the other time when the former president when they said the former president house got burned, there were
Mhm.
also other photos that were coming up, which people saw and they knew that it was AI generated
Mm.
photo, and fact checkers fact checked too, and they said it was. They were AI generated photos. So nowadays, the same way you can generate photo and people believe it, I see where people get other apps
To
to tell you
detect,
to
yeah.
detect whether that photo is AI generated or not. So they will have to do so much. They have a lot to do, right? But I don't think that is something to discuss about somebody go to do medical, or somebody in the hospital right now they go and do checkups. I'm not sure that is really.
Yeah, so Fatu, I agree with you because we all know Liberia as a country is challenged with different issues, almost all of the sectors, with education, with healthcare, and with the economy, which we can talk about very well and find solution as a people. But trivial issues like, oh, the president went 3 days, we haven't heard from him, we don't know his activities. In fact, the president has gone to check his health. So, like Fatu said, who doesn't do checkup? If you can't do checkup at all, then I don't know, you are at risk because anything can happen to you anytime. So I think that these kind of things should not be the issue. Now, what we should be looking up to now, I read the executive mansion press statement when the president met with his counterpart, and he said they were discussing issues such as strengthening bilateral relations between the two nations. Talk about exploring the avenue of establishing a consulate in Turkey, and also establishing a Turkish embassy here in Monrovia. So these are things that we think we should be looking up to. Just in case they don't happen, then we'll come back to say when the president returned from Turkey in 2026, July, he said these things were in the pipeline to happen. We gone 1 year, 2 years, and nothing is happening. Then we start to question the president on these kind of issues, but not about, oh, why we not seeing press statement saying, and when the president got down to the airport, we didn't see the plane, we didn't see the
Yeah,
plane landing,
landing. Yeah.
and later on you saw the
And people
videos.
receiving him and
Yeah,
walking.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So I think these are issues that should not be very, very important. Another one again that surfaced was when the president came. He went to a nightclub to watch Tantan Boaka launch his song. The first lady was there, the president was there, and other guests were there. It became another center of the issue. So other people said former President Weah was criticized for going to Qatar for the World Cup. And so this is similar thing, and they were dragging it. So for me, I can just read the comments and just pass because, I mean, as a journalist, Fatu, there are certain things that people that we would take very huge interest in because it should always border on the national interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, national interest. Because over the weekend, if the president has gone to attend a ceremony where, I mean, if the son of the first family is doing something and invited his parent, I mean, should it be something of grave concern? Is it of national interest?
So, I was saying something, I think 2 days ago. I said politics has taken away like our sanity and our empathy. Imagine that. So let's go back to the issue of somebody's health. And somebody is sick, and because the person is a politician, people wishing the person to die. Politics, it has taken away empathy from us. We don't even care again whether somebody is actually struggling. And then we say, oh, enemy, and you are there, and you are enjoying yourself. Let them know that I've seen, those comments.
Yeah.
Now, I think one of the reasons why people were having issues with the former president maybe going out was maybe leaving the country, for a certain length of time, to go out of the country when you could be in and doing other stuff. But this is something in the night, your son invited you just to go, and other people are saying, oh, so the president going to nightclub night.
Look, but when you follow
Like,
the social
when you
media,
read the comments, you know,
Yeah,
it
but
gets me angry.
we told you Joe can go to next club now.
Yeah, so Joe going to the next club now. You know, seriously. So if Joe can leave the country for 3 days, 4 days, or maybe a week to go and maybe Tantan launching out of the country to go and watch Tantan out of the country and leaving his responsibility, you know, we have a lot of issues that our leaders will have to be looking into and be addressing. But then you leave it, you go out of the country for weeks, you know, for days. These are some of the things maybe we can be talking about. Maybe you leaving your duty, but in the night again you go to go watch it. So when let's just forget about when let's say following his son to go and like supporting his son. So in the evening time, if the probably want maybe stress free and say if I just
Go
want
to the beach, for
yeah
example.
go to the beach.
Forget it. That one bad.
Yeah, probably.
2020 now got me in there.
Yeah,
You know, that's the level of so when you listen to me, I'll tell you Liberia has become a political state. These are some of the things I'm talking about, because things that used to be normal. Fatu, do you know that before they used to tow paramount chiefs
yeah.
on their shoulders? Men used to, from one town to another, people carrying the paramount chief.
Yeah.
Are they paramount chief? I'm talking about superintendent, other people now. I'm not talking about a district commissioner. When we were small, they just used to call our position by the initial DC. So a DC, that district commissioner, what you see young people doing these days, that work used to be a very big work. They used to throw these people on our shoulders. So if these things start to happen, I think, they can't happen again. These are way back stories. So, but I'm just saying, small normal life that we used to live. When you get into politics, you can't live normal life anymore. Yes, you can't live on normal life anymore. Before, if George Weah had not become president, everybody would be happy. The Mo Ali, yeah, we always call your name because you are the frontliners. The Colonial Crew, the Amos Tue, they'll be happy to go see George Weah playing street football. A lot. No, they will go to the park to go see George Weah playing street football, even in his retirement. Because he's a star, he's somebody who have done great. But because of politics, when George Weah does that, it becomes a crime. So we have made the country so political to the extent that people who are in politics, they can't live normal life anymore. So
yeah, so when George Weah is dancing, people say, oh, like
Yeah.
all you know.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
all you know.
Imagine, yeah.
He can do the other one. He can do the other one.
and when
You
they
wanna beat him up, yeah.
and when the man was not in politics, he used to sing. People used to dance to the
Yes,
songs.
people used to dance to his song.
But when
Yeah.
he got into politics, it became a crime
Yeah.
for him to go to studio and sing or to even dance. To play street football, it became crime. So we the way we are doing the country now, it is very difficult. So when you decide to enter politics in Liberia, wear a new skin, where become your new self, your different self, your very tolerant self, somebody who will maybe even do away with the interest of family. Because for example, if you are a politician, according to what we are seeing on Facebook now, if your family member is doing anything, if you are president, don't go there. If it is happening in certain areas, don't go there. Yeah. So when you want to become president, politician in Liberia now, throw away your real normal life and wear the political life, because that political life, it doesn't have freedom, it doesn't have space for you to do normal things that human being can do. When you are in politics, you're not supposed to go to hospital.
Yeah.
And when you become president, you're not supposed to get sick.
Get sick.
That's my law in there to become politician in Liberia.
Yeah.
When you become president, you're not supposed to get sick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So just know that one. All of y'all who coming with political party and registering for 2029, just know say you're not supposed to get sick.
So it makes it now, if somebody even sick, the person hadn't said to go.
Yeah.
What kind of life is that, right? And another thing, Maka, is this issue of the bridge in Grand Bassa County. I saw the wooden bridge. It has been reconstructed thanks to the county authorities. But Maka, when you even see the planes that people use
I saw it too.
to construct that bridge, we know that maybe like just 5-6 months again, that other bridge going when when it rain very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why they say it is temporary? Let that temporary be very short temporary. you can't continue. You saw when our bridge was breaking down, Maka. As soon as the people crossed, the bridge broke down. Right? So these people are at risk crossing that wooden bridge. So the county authorities should make sure that that temporary, we do not go 6 years with that temporary bridge.
Yeah.
Because like I learned, it is the Una Bridge connecting the people to, I think, the Grand Bassa Community College or something like that.
The Grandfather University.
The Grand Bassa University. So we have to take into consideration the education of the young people there, the safety, the business, or let us say trade and market for our women and families living there, in order that so that we can cut we can stop people from accessing education. We can stop people from accessing businesses, and the things they do to make living. Right?
Yes, sure. So, Fatu, when the bridge broke down, the Minister of Public Works released a statement that they are bringing a Billy Bridge from China. I think one of the officials there was on inspection and shipment procedures in China. So, in that statement, they said by latest November, a Billy Bridge will be installed on that river to connect the Grand Bassa University with the city of Buchanan and other communities in Grand Bassa.
This is what I'm saying. So they say
The temporary should be temporary.
Yeah, the temporary should be
That temporary,
We
say,
know- we
I'm
think
scared,
temporary.
scared to cross on that temporary.
Yes, you saw the plank Maka they use. I know 2 by 2. I saw it.
Yeah, that when carpenter learning how to work anyway,
Yeah.
they needed in there.
Yes.
But, I mean, yeah.
So we have to, continue to talk about these things because these people life are at risk. Maka, it was just like a miracle when I watched that video of the women crossing.
Yeah.
As soon as they cross,
Yeah.
the river washed the bridge away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so because of time, we will take a couple of calls. But again, another big political news over the weekend was the vice president and the former mines and energy minister meeting. Other people said they've gone to smoke the peace pipe because the former mines and energy minister has been making some very strong statement in recent time, accusing the vice president of different issues.
And the deputy speaker.
Yes, and the deputy speaker of different issues. One, he talked about some clandestine deeds in the mining sector. Then he talked about their collaboration to establish NIMBO, which according to him was a kind of parallel structure to the Unity Party, and all of that. But when we saw them over the weekend
Intended
together,
to undermine the party.
yeah, to undermine the party. And yeah, we saw them. Other people say, oh, yeah, it's good. Nima people say it's Nima unity, but other opposition people. So people are asking questions now. These documents that the former mines and energy minister said he has, yeah, there will come a time he will release. So we are looking up to the mines and energy minister this because this is national interest. So you can't come out and tell us, say, the leaders in the country, they're doing bad deeds beyond closed door. Some of the documents have landed in your hands. You have them. Then at the end of the day, because the vice president came to your house to speak to you, then at the end of the day, we not hear anything again.
Yeah, you just make allegations.
Yeah.
Allegations. We want to see the evidence.
Yeah,
Even though you have smoked the peace
Yeah,
pipe.
that one, it just mean maybe we will
Yeah.
not be talking too much now on air and be dragging,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
when the bad thing that happen, you still bring it outside.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I'm talking about.
Yes,
This one, yeah.
we can reference those documents. Those
Exactly.
documents, yeah.
We need them Elder P. He's an elder in the SDA church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we trust him. Maybe are there chimpanzee people here now? But we can be taking some calls when they come. We just usher them in. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. This is the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. Marka Davis, Fatu Kamara. Let's take this call.
Good morning, Markam.
Good morning. 30 seconds quickly. Our guests are around.
Yeah, my name is Mazia Goda. I do join your conversation from the community. Yes, I think the visiting of Mr. P, I think it is welcoming. I think the procedure the vice president is taking, it is welcoming by the Nima County people. This is what leaders are supposed to do. Thank you for the time.
Okay. And this one, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, quickly.
Yeah, the name remains Thomas F. Joseph calling from Johnson Way, better than this way number 2 more so arrogant. You know what I understand about the opposition these days, especially when you see this, you're always in the opposition. They will create the form of manner, they will criticize the ruling party.
But when you need the party were in opposition, what they used to do? That is, my man, everybody reading the same playbook.
Yeah, let me learn now. You know they can create in the form of way that they will criticize. When they take power, they will behave that the other opposition that will be in power at that time, they will not be able to criticize them. At the end of the day, when they live in power, they will always come to behave that when they were in power, the other opposition gained a hard time to the extent that they couldn't be able to do the work what they're supposed to do for the Liberian post. These are the things the CDC always do. And we are seeing it today again. They the party in power. At the end of the day, they behave in the family, criticize anything that the party bring out. They will criticize. But if God forbid, they having to get in power.
Why you mean by God forbid? People can go to election and win election. You say God forbid that God can put people in power?
Oh yeah, but matter anything that go.
Okay. Anyway,
well,
thank you
very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Just drop the line. Drop the line. I can take another call from right here. As soon as our guests are here, we'll let them in. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is David S. calling from Benson Street.
It's like you are far from your phone.
Yeah, my name is David S. calling from Benson Street.
Go ahead, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Remonte and Jeremiah Pond, you go for something because when the bad president not coming good, and most information coming get out. So you realize you see how you went there to move it.
More information from where?
But Remonte get it. So he realized that they may get more information concerning about him. That's why they were under my Joseph Walker. They did it there. Remonte get everything. That's why the man go there to the man to go make peace with him so that information will not come out.
So that the kind of impression these kind of conversations are having on the public. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to OKV family for the problem Vanny Graham call from District 15, member of the United Party Intellectual.
Chief, you have 30 seconds. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, my brother, this morning for this talking point. I listen to this platform every morning, every evening, and whatsoever. But my brother, just what you say, that's it right there. People make it in to look to the extent in the country that when you are joining into politics in Liberia, you will not get sick absolutely at all. You should be like iron or rock, like cannot move whatsoever. But our Liberian politics is. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so that's it. Right there, my brother is in studio this morning. So, thanks so much for this morning.
Okay.
Talking point.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning. Go ahead.
My Dylan is Daniel City and I'm from Banazil of the United Party Intellectual People. I got thank you very much for it. One thing, I think when we were
Your line is cracking. We're not getting you. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hello?
You hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. When any opposition will usually do it, but the only thing we observe the crack of the country. We shouldn't be doing it until we destroy the whole country image. We should
Liberian politics is not about Liberia, huh? It's about the leaders, either those who want to stay in power or those who want to come to power. Anything happening to the country, if anything happening to the country, as long as it can help somebody come to power, no problem.
And Maka, we can normally do it, especially, we can go beyond destroying the country outside.
Which is wrong.
If the president do something, you should find way to criticize that thing in your country. But imagine you going other country, spreading the news that is a bad political practice in Liberia, man. Thank you, Maka, for the show. We have to desist from these things, man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let me go to the other line and pick calls from there. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Markam.
Morning, go ahead.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to Fatu and the listeners. So this is Kuyu William Covey. I joined this conversation from District 3 as an executive of the United Party Intellectual Bureau. So, Markam, that's why I appreciate the both of you. Markam, look, when I hear you saying the politics in this country is getting toxic, Markam, it is because of this party that came in our country, make our whole country think toxic.
Which party?
Look, the CDC,
yeah,
there's a serious pandemic in our country politics. Let's be clear, Markam. They want to brag about these things like, oh, somebody gets sick, it is a news. Somebody get old, it is a news. I get to say, God made people never.
People, we use a yell out in there, right here.
No. But Markam, at no point in time, body politics will ever hold that. It was the CDC who brought this, and the person who they brought out against was JMB. Yeah, after Joe Baga, they were never talking about somebody getting sick or somebody getting old. No, they were the one that brought those kind of a trivial politics in our country. So they want to do comparison between somebody going outside the country to spend our country resources on a foreigner and promoting a foreign country, and want to compare it with somebody going to promote a Liberian businesses and promote a Liberian. How can that be compared? It is not comparable. I don't know what's wrong with these people. They need to go back to the drawing table. If they think they want to come back to power, they get other currency or forbid. They need to go back to the drawing table.
Why you gonna go for bit? Now you need the party won't get a country. If other people come into power, will be go for bit. Stop it. Good morning.
Good morning, Markam.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is China. So I last featured in picture.
Thanks for joining again.
Yeah, I joined for more than this morning. You know, Markam, I listened to many of your callers. I think they are not following the conversation, or they are not following the happening in the country. We want to say that the country is so political. We should be looking at the United Party that initiated that. Everything that is happening today, people learn it from them. The attitude they show in the past is what haunting them today. So the United Party should be bringing themselves, then shifting, bringing on the CDC. And to conclude, Markam, the main reason I call. You see, I think former Minister Wemoke is somebody that a lot of Liberians look up to.
Okay.
Most especially when he was a minister, and then he started to speak some things, and we saw that he was removed from his position without any concrete information given to the public. But now that he came out to talk about the reason of his removal, that the vice president wanted him to be controlled. He wanted him to be doing what he wants, and the vice president was actually asking him to do what he wants. So I think he was trying to protect the Liberian people. That's why he was removed from his position. So at this juncture, he should continue with that advocacy rather than being compromised. Okay. We all understand the kind of sentiment about Nima, unity, and all the kind of things. But Liberia is far above Nima County. All right? It should be about the country, the interest of the citizen, not about maybe you and the person from the same county. So what you want to do or what you want to say will be compromised because of that.
Okay, thank you, Dana. All right, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Markam and Fatu, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead quickly.
Let me say good morning to His Excellency President Barker. So, this is Summer D. Kegwa, and I honor the canopy of the United Party in the Legal Bureau, and I joined from Markam this morning. Let me say thank to you guys for the topical issues as always. I think the opposition these days, they lack concentration, they lack courage to do that politics. I think these people, they are very lazy, as many have said always. When we're in opposition before, information bans in the media, whether print media, electronic media, you always see our guys who are dictating to the politics at the time, especially from the angle of the Unity Party. So these are when listen to people who say Unity Party, they are propagandistic, in a negative. We always have an issue with evidence. But poor paraded with photos and video with the president today. Today, he still remains strong. He's making world elect around the country, around the world. Today, they are still parading without seeing picture and videos on a basis that he now works. No, it's just a blessing to our president. Whatever these people do, they have a spine. I mean, a lot of spine and courage to.
Oh, sorry. Let's take this one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maka, and good morning to your post.
Go ahead.
This is the common board check. My name is T1P Willie. I represent the Concerned Librarian for Justice.
Okay.
Maka, you see, there is one thing that is affecting our society that, polarized us and, brought in this kind of toxic form of politics. And I think it's called hypocrisy. When people become hypocritical, then, it places other people in a position that they are foolish, they don't know what they're doing, they are ignorant. And as to prove you're being enlightened, you gotta come out and be critical and answer our question. Yeah, it is true that people need to be sick. But what is true is also when people are sick, people should be accountable and play a leadership role and say, look, this person is sick and this person need treatment. But if you get play spin around somebody's sickness, that means you are politicizing the person's sickness. So therefore, we play politics with a person's sickness when you who are in.
But I thought people health is their privacy.
No, your health is your privacy with your private individual.
Okay.
That privacy curtain is broken, is cut when you take the only space. Okay. Because you know why? You are going to live on $1,000. So therefore, everything about you is now public. You breach your privacy law, your privacy norm, when you become a public individual, especially
that information you gave me is not easy. So when you become president, you don't have no inch of privacy? Is that what you are saying?
Your health is a kind of national security issue for us. We will put you there. You are our employee. We employ you. You got to.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Well, I'm Prince Alfred. I'm calling district from Montserrat County.
Go ahead.
Let me say good morning to His Excellency President Parker and welcome back home. Well, Mr. President, I will continue to pray for God to give you long life, or your enemy to see you moving strong, and to talk more because those people are less busy in the country, so they need to talk.
Why you got less busy? Why will you say that to other people? These are other citizens of the country, and if there are issues that concern the country, they have the right to talk about them.
Well, when we agree, but sometimes if you don't have anything to say, you just have to say something for people to hear you. So those people have to say something for us to hear. And secondly, let me appreciate the Vice President for meeting with Honorable Wilmot Pay. I think his decision was in a good mood.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You can hang up. Alfred, talk about what's your problem?
Markam, thank you. Sorry for that.
Go ahead.
Let me say good morning to you.
Morning.
And I want to appreciate the Vice President. Markam, there are two people in this country we need to watch out for. And those people, they don't want to hurt anybody at all to some extent in their dealership. You see the Vice President and you see Senator Prince Moy, they can talk. They are very tough talking, but when you see them talking, it means they're going beyond the boundary. Because they have the way of moving to you when you have issue with them, to sit with you. They will put aside their status, their whether vice presidential or senatorial position. They will move to you like a family member because they want to understand what is going on so they can find a way forward. That's what we call leadership. That's a hallmark of a good leader. So I want to appreciate the vice president because this country has to be together and we have to be united for to carry the country forward. You know, in politics, when somebody is angry, there are a lot of bazooka like in Kamara. Who told you all those bazooka are truly made? No, they are not truly made. But sometimes they come outside, to call the attention of others. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate the vice president again. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you for joining the conversation. Let's pick this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael J. And let me say good morning to Fatu Kamara. My name is Robert, political Slaughter Abraham. I called you this morning from the Congress State in Colchester. Fatu, let me say, Michael, I still see deception and dishonesty in his guys are calling. We are not concerned about the president, even though it's a cardinal issue, but we are concerned about the travel and the accountability of the travel. Government is accountable to us. This president said there will be no business as usual. Yesterday, President had traveled, according to them, and when you were only for working. But when he returned, we saw him in hospital. But they saying, and they still believe that today, that football can go wash. No problem to that. But we are saying, since the president took over, he been traveling to, or even the city talking, he went there. What has been done for us that today, the last year, I think 2024, 2025, you went Turkey, you came back, all the discussion about the food again, you went back again. So we should not ask question. We should not ask question. You leave national emergency yet, today city hospital is closed. Protesters are protesting, nurses are protesting. You let it, nothing, they don't just issue that course with president. Even your first president, let's say the DA Kamara, let's say you call for a cabinet meeting, no result that cabinet meeting, and you come here, you let the issue when you travel. You travel. I even have the instance of which means you declare just a national emergency. If an emergency, you should be here to see a birthday at the be prosecuted, those who involve be prosecuted to the 4 years. And we are asking our president, you are accountable to us. You have national concern here.
But doesn't the government have different arms, different institutions, different entities playing different roles? Is it the president who is investigating the drugs issue?
People, president is the commander and the head of the government. People, what of the president is president himself.
I mean, there are responsibilities designated to people and they are performing a role, man. You want the president to go be conducting investigation?
My God, there was responsibility designated to people here yesterday with those who had travel and people were criticizing it. They say, God, let's also talk about the country being process. You know what a process? That guy should go refund and go redefine what process. A process country was on president. We are safe here where the Japanese guys were protecting Benita. Oh, right here. That's a country.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Markam.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Jeremiah Jiku. I call from district number 17.
Great to have you. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, let me say how's up to your colleague in studio there. Markam, I can't understand. Like, bro, we are just, and like, we are in a circle. You found one group of people saying they did it when they were in opposition. But you're repeating the same bad thing the people did in the opposition. We all can complain on government officials that today can say when they do bad things in government, then they want to say, well, the current opposition did it during the CDC time, they did it when they were in power. We can find them and we want them not to repeat those bad things that the previous government did. But the present opposition is repeating the quote-unquote bad things that the previous opposition did. Where are we heading? You don't want the person to repeat your bad things you did, but you are repeating their own bad things. I can't understand that, bro. We just in circle. The other person will blame their friend. The other person blame their friend. Where are we going?
That blame game nation.
Yeah. I say, Markam, the thing what you did when you were at this so play, they were not good. But when I get there, I repeat it. See, the soon you want to complain about me, they are saying, no, but you are here, you did it. Then you know what I'm saying? You are saying respectful opposition now, responsible opposition.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Markam. Good morning to the P-Loving citizen in Liberia.
Good morning.
My name is Lauren Finn. I do join the broadcast in Banavit this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think let me appreciate you and your colleagues in studios. Let me appreciate all the callers that's coming in. My attention has been drawn to the Vice President of visitation to the former Mines and Energy Minister on remote pay. No, let me tell you, no man can penetrate between Ibadan just to surpass. Remote pay and that of the Vice President issue, people politicize it, but they don't know the difference between those guys. Like yesterday, you see how the Vice President demonstrated a leadership ability in that place. And more besides, I think woman pay is the big brother to the Vice President. I think yesterday visitation, it was not on a national issue. It was based on the relationship between it, and I appreciate the vice president for playing that leadership role. To the issue about the president's visitation, I think the people they have in many Liberians they are in error, and people are still in the dark phase of politics. They don't understand plenty things happen our police that are always calling on radio talking all other issues. You can't politicize somebody's health with politics. You can't blend politics with health issues.
Okay.
If the old man having to live on the country to go, I think for health problems, I think it will be public people will be aware of it. But anytime when they see the old man leaving the country, they say, oh, the man go for health problems. No, you can't fight grace, brother. Thank you.
All right, just hang up. Good morning.
The son of the late Baptist deacon.
Good morning, Chief. Welcome.
Man, God is good. Thanks for the opportunity to use your line.
Okay.
And good morning to Fatu. Well, two things quickly. Since 2017, David, there are some Liberians who are wishing the president dead. Some of them.
But who's speaking here now?
This is Abel Plaki.
Oh, Abel.
Yeah, Abel Plaki.
The former deputy presidential press secretary.
Absolutely.
And also former deputy information minister. Okay, go ahead, Abel.
So since 2017, most Liberians, preferably from the alternative view, CDC, wish the president dead. They say the president get battery, the president get 10 battery, he get 4 battery. And silently, we never expected them to have gone ahead. But you see, when you wish somebody evil, you don't know God next move. And quite recently, the president traveled to Turkey. And some of them went to the Facebook, they developed AR photo and they put the president in the hospital. There's no way you can compare former president. We had traveled for more than 48 days out of the country.
Did I travel actually for the 8 days, or you just made that number?
Go and check the team, man.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. For the 8 days, I don't believe it. You just made up that number.
No, go and find out. The records are there. They are clear. You can leave the country and you use the country money. With a group of Liberians that went to join you to see your son playing. It is not a bad thing to see your son. Had he gone for 1 day, 2 days, it would have been better. But if you left the country for all of those days at the expense of the Liberian people, it was unfortunate. President Bouaga went not for family business. That's why you see I like the response at the RIA is that living with them. Because the president is focused on the next generation. But our brothers, they have land brothers. They are focused on just election.
What they gonna have lad? Who you gonna have lad, brother?
They have lad that will be.
We don't know anybody in the country to be gonna have lad, brother. Stop it.
But I will have lad brothers. They are just opposite the cathedral, the refuge temple.
The people they are your neighbors. We would like to see how that corridor will look like in time to come.
We are very respected people. Respectability is associated with the Unity Party. I just like to tell my brothers, nobody know God next move. Stop wishing people dead evil. Okay. You see how many parties have gone ahead of President Bouaga? The next thing I want to say 1 minute. People say some of our leaders are not reconciliatory. The vice president decided to say, look, let me go and meet my brother. He's a Liberian. I know he's not happy. No, nobody will be happy. Even matter where you are. If you are just asked to leave or you're not prepared to leave, you understand you will have some dissatisfaction no matter how you love Jackson and other people. So the vice president said, okay, let me be reconciliatory. Then people get issue. When the man said again, then people say the people are not reconciliatory. Look, human being will always be human being. Do what is better. Okay. Do what is good. Thank you, man. I wish the president very well and welcome back.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So we are still expecting the folks who are supposed to be talking about the Chimpanzee or World Chimpanzee Day. We're still expecting them to come up. Y'all stop calling my private line like that. The numbers are very available. 07777009995, 0555995. I'm picking the calls. I'm also using my phone to check other information, all of that. So while we are expecting these people to come, we expect to take a couple of calls, but Bokangida group of companies is doing something for the independence, according to the CEO. As Liberia celebrates 179 years of independence, the Bokangida group of companies joins the nation in giving all glory and thanks to God for His grace, mercy, and faithfulness throughout the years. And the group said, in the spirit of thanksgiving and appreciation, the Bokangida group of company is honored to celebrate with the people who have been an essential part of their joining. They're referring to their customers. They said from July 13, today is what? Okay, that's today. July 13 to the 20th, Bokangida will be hosting a customer appreciation food drive as their heartfelt way of saying thank you for continued trust, loyalty, and support. It says, your patronage has been the foundation of our growth, and we are grateful to have you as part of the Bokangida family. Together, it says, let us celebrate Liberia, give thanks to God for His countless blessings upon the nation, and continue building a stronger community through kindness, generosity, and unity. Okay, that's it. Customer appreciation food drive from 13 to 20 this month. It's starting today anyway. So thanks to the CEO Elton Johns, who has also been, collaborating with the media in some way possible. But this is the information so far. We have 26 minutes past 8 o'clock. If the Wachipansi people come at 8:30, we'll still use the 30 minutes. Even if they come at 8:40, we'll use the 20 minutes. They come at 8:45, we'll use the 15 minutes. But we are expecting them as they come. We will have them here. At 9 o'clock, like we mentioned, we'll have Mr. James W. Sekie, National President of the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia. Also, Stanley F. J. Sewolo, Vice President of the same organization. So they will be here 9 to 10 o'clock to talk about the rubber sector, to talk about our executive order that has placed ban on the exportation of unprocessed rubber from Liberia. So continue with the conversation with our listeners. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
I'm great, sir. Are you there? I think you are holding the call. Okay, you are holding the call. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Let me say good morning to Fatu. Abu was calling from Wudutan Memory Major Party Intelligence Bureau.
Okay. The people say that you want to make the country toxic.
No, Maka. So maybe we'll search someone in mind. Maybe there are young people just coming and thank God to the social media wars now. So let's go to 2011. There was nobody charting this country with picture on the workload with cool water on the then I didn't want to start. Nobody started. 2017, nobody take charge with somebody picture in the person die. I didn't want to do it. So if we're talking about some signal, I didn't want always wishing people there, political leaders there. No. We go you by your doing. You cannot be a worker. You leave our country for 48 days. You get a fact check. So you should check it. You leave our country going elsewhere country.
We are checked out in 48 days.
48 days. So check it and get a fact check. You leave this country. In that people, the 5 people left us one Ghana. You have nowhere the person the 5 people leave the country together. In a CPO. So we want to get a country. You show me trouble. To talk it. They tell the person, they are for the reporting hospital, the person, you are shake. You have a condition. The person comes and they will say, oh no, but the person will tell, oh, they see me, I call the person, why are you talking? What are you talking for? Are you killing me? So if you're not getting so what will you put the person, all people saying that? Your person allowed so if that person that, what the glory will do for you? So that means you come by the power. Yesterday, somebody go to Labrador business. You know how many people attended that place because of the person of that president? the president there to get money. No, they are working there, but in the night, go to library in this country, and you know why the president go there. So the president go to church. Okay, so for example, somebody married, why the president go there, or to the president go to Accra. So that you see, it's two different far to be the ground thing. So the judge was to say because all the Johnny.
Okay, thank you. You can hang up. Let's take this one. Thank you. Okay, 0777700 995 Good morning.
Thank you so much, Markam.
Okay.
I remain a executive member of Concerned Librarian for Justice, and I joined petition now most of the country.
So I want to ask question because when I go to fact check, someone said the group they used to call Propo Defender are the one transformed to Human Rights Defender.
So
I want to know, please.
That person, you need to ask the person, but for me, we are civil society. We speak for the masses of the country.
Okay.
What of a proper defender? What of a kind of defender? But we are civil society criminals.
So what's the new name? What's the new name?
Concerned Liberians for Justice.
Oh, Concerned Liberians for Justice.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have some old members of the Propo Defenders?
So, Makala, go to the topic. That is not the topic.
But I have information we won't make correct now. But anyway, go ahead.
Maka, I don't think President George Mane, we are former president, still a head of state of the country. The head of state was over solving the bread and butter issues. The President Joseph Mabwaka. So when President George Weah left the country, according to them, for some more days, he brought the Emory Hospital. When he came back from that 48 days I talk about. Emory Hospital came along with him. President Bwaka leaving the country, he coming back with bilateral agreement. All the travel that the president made, using our taxpayer money, that bilateral, that big English, bilateral. In when China is a bilateral agreement for, I don't know how many billion oil refining company to great parts of. He go to Turkey again, airline come here, bilateral. When you go to Ethiopia, bilateral. That they come in donor. When you go to Somalia, we come in taking part of it. That bilateral will be eating. President John Mane, we are you saying what we need some, but when you're coming back, Emory Hospital can't wait. So there, you can't maintain a hospital. Go see the hospital. Go see the hospital. You traveling for you using the taxpayer money, they come and say you kicking people on the airport, generally asking your question, they say just leave it with them.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, Markam, I embrace my name and I joined the conversation for Renaissance.
Okay.
And Markam, I am a member of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau. Markam, I challenge those who are calling to say they are part of a civil rights movement. That they see many of them retrogressing from their proper development to their technical group. But let me go to the issues. The comment here explains their technical comment that just left the line. That President Weah left to go with his son. That's the time the Emory King. That kill is far from reality. The Emory were already under construction before he could leave. They were already under construction, so they're not here with Broy. They were already under construction during his administration before he could leave for the 8 days. So that is just a correction which I want to make. Marcus, Liberia would just get problem. We as Liberians. That one word of it say great. The problem of Liberia, not Liberia, but we the Liberia are the cause. Everyone of us we're talking about reconciliation. Then someone call and say for the former minister to reconcile with the vice president. She ain't satisfied with it. She ain't happy at all because the Liberia people need to know more about what happened between them. Are you killing me? Are you not satisfied with the reconciliation? So that is how we're just looking for us to move forward as Liberians or Liberia. We need to be progressive in reconciling. President, we are left on here to go with something for the 8 days. Magali, I'm begging OKFM or any money show. Quote. I'm begging you please do the fast check for us. Yeah, you have to do the fast check. It was for the 8 days.
Okay, we'll collaborate with Jerry Gay and other people to do the fact check.
Yeah, you please do the fast check for us, not to to all of you do it for us. So in my conclusion, when he went, he used our taxpayer money, channel to and make the house every blessed day of sending $2,000. Please add a faster to do this too for us. Add $2,000 too. Senator Maker to understand $2,000 was there every day for him to receive. One President Bukai King. Where President Bukai went, like Liberia, they went to, like Liberia or event. The event was here. Where it was here? It was here at night. They're not in the day, they're not for time.
Okay.
So they focus of leaving the purpose defender going to the making other to be moving.
They concern Liberian for him already, not proper defenders.
Well, I propose defenders. I challenge them.
All right, thank you. I want to take this short break to be back shortly. Stay tuned. This is the OK Morning Rush. Maka Davis, the son of the late Baptist deacon here with Fatu Kamara and the production team here, Blessing Nimle, Abraham Kane, Uncle Sack, that's his nickname. Yeah. So let's take this break. We'll be back shortly. Over there, this song is done by to say Auntie Miata Fambule. It's a beautiful piece right there. But this story being published by I'm seeing this story from the Front Page Africa newspaper, where a rights group has said accused police authorities of failing in their duty after a newborn vanished from the Liberian government hospital, saying the unexplained disappearance highlights systemic neglect and possible trafficking risks. Police spokesperson Sam Collins, responding to Front Page Africa despite local authorities having a press conference regarding the situation, said that LMP is going to thoroughly investigate the matter. Uncle said, quote me on this. The issue is under serious police consideration, said police spokesperson Collins. In a communication, the country director, Daniel Taslayan of the Center for Human Rights and Democracy International, or CERT International, said the case involves a 16-year-old mother identified as Fatu Moses who delivered by cesarean section at the Liberia Government Hospital in Buchanan on June 1. While she was recovering, her 3-day-old infant went missing. The mother and family reported the disappearance to police and spoke publicly on local radio, but nearly 3 weeks passed without any arrests or the whereabouts of the infant. CERT said the incident exposes multiple layers of failure. A child in state custody disappeared from a public hospital, yet officials offered no immediate explanation. CERT noted that the district health officer, Joseph Zondo, and the local CRD commander were informed but did not act swiftly, yet there were no concrete outcomes from the police or hospital staff. A newborn in the custody of a public hospital has disappeared and the child's whereabouts, safety, and status remain unknown, the statement read. CERT International stressed that a delay in police action undermines public confidence. A 3-week delay in arresting any suspect, despite a former police report and notice to multiple duty bearers, raises serious concern about dereliction of duty, possible obstruction, or complicity by public officials, CERT said. The Liberia National Police local authorities in Buchanan eventually held a press conference, but no arrest followed. Accordingly, CERT International's human rights officers attempted to visit the hospital for information but were denied access, underscoring what the group described as a lack of transparency. The 3-week silence before any public police statement suggests a failure of the duty to keep the family and the public informed, the group added. The case has drawn attention from local figures. Sir acknowledged that Grand Bassa statesman Gabriel Montgomery reached out to the grieving mother with food and resources, expressing or pressing for a full investigation. Mr. Montgomery has reached out several times to the surviving mother and family with aid or resources, ensuring that there must be a full investigation of the missing infant, the statement noted. Sir framed the incident as a violation of fundamental rights. The group cited the Liberian Constitution's guarantees of life, liberty, and security, as well as the Children's Rights Law of 2011, which prohibits adoption and trafficking. The forcible separation of a mother from her newborn engages the right to know and be cared for by one's parents and the right to preserve identity, CERT said. Liberia is party to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child, and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. CERT argued that these treaties require the state to prevent adoption or trafficking, investigate violations, and provide remedies. Article 35 of the CRC obliges the state to prevent the adoption, sale, or trafficking of children, the group reminded. CERT International warned that the circumstances leading to a newborn disappearing from a hospital rather than a community setting resemble patterns linked to trafficking networks. Quote, the circumstances are consistent with patterns associated with illegal adoption or trafficking networks that specifically target maternity wards, CERT said, urging investigators not to treat it as a routine missing persons case. Well, this is a little bit a long article. Yes, very thing. This is from Page Africa, and this story was done by Jaim Tobe. So, I mean, this story is very concerning. You know, when I came across this story, I remember our correspondent did an initial report about this story. Yeah, so the report about this story, I'm hoping that the police can, if they've been doing investigation, they must activate it. If they are also, or they have not been investigating, then they have to reopen an investigation into this matter. When these kind of things are happening and no conclusion with them, it appears to be like, you know, every everyone is vulnerable. We agree, according to the report, the baby mother is a teenager. However, I mean, she needs to be protected, her child to be protected. For the matter of fact, that's a government facility. So, who were the nurses and midwives on duty? Who were the security on duty at the government hospital? How many questions? How deep is the police detachment in Basa investigating this? Is it just something that they are treating like, oh, it's a missing child? So, like Sir mentioned in the statement, if this because sometimes you listen to people to tell you, oh, in the hospitals and now when somebody now with you, when you give births and now your child can lost and all of that kind of thing. Oh, so, and people will openly be telling you because of perception. People will openly be saying that, oh, they can send people baby to the hospital. So if this kind of story remains like this, it is not concluded, no investigation, and the mother of that baby just go home and just grieved over her pregnancy that she carried for 9 months. She gave birth, her or baby cry, and then later on baby disappear and it remain like that. Do you know what that means for that mother? Do you know what that means even for the reputation of that government hospital? So what are the leaders in the country doing about this? So you just go, oh, but that baby man, he lost that. Hey, no problem. She will get another pregnancy. What is that? So I'm not drawing conclusion on any institution as of yet, but I think this, it requires very strong investigation. Very strong investigation. You cannot let this kind of situation go, unconcluded. You can't let it go just like that. Everybody will say, oh yeah, hey, she gave birth in the hospital and then, the baby lost. What kind of story is that? How do you explain to your family in the future? If for any reason that child was illegally adopted and carried somewhere else, whether outside of Liberia or anywhere in Liberia, that child will not know their biological parents. So they will just be fooled into knowing that this person you are with is your mother and this other person is your father. For any reason, this resembles a crime. It resembles a crime. It's not a natural happening. So if the Liberian National Police, we are concerned, we have interest in this story, because this could be a pattern, like CERT International said in a press statement. This it resembles a pattern where people do that at different health facilities, and this one is happening at a government hospital. So what do you expect us to believe? That it's been 3 weeks, 3 weeks, family been talking about it. People have gone to radio station to talk about it. So why is it that by now, because obviously people were on duties, there were nurses who helped during the cesarean section. There were midwives on duties. There were nurses. There was either a physician assistant or a doctor on duty. So if anything happened to that baby, these people should be persons of interest to answer some questions. They should be arrested. Those on duty should be arrested. Even the hospital security should be on an investigation. We can't treat that as a nothing. No. If it remains as it is, It means there are people who are enabling trafficking in even government facilities. If this case remains as it is, to the Liberian National Police, to the Ministry of Health, okay, to authorities of the Liberia Government Hospital in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, if this case goes unresolved, it means that there are, institutions enabling these kind of things. Okay? So something must be done. Something must be done. So we are hoping that maybe since the press statement came out and other people, human rights organizations are now involved, we are hoping that the right things will be done so that people will start to answer questions. Because for any reason, if a baby is giving birth to in a hospital and that baby disappear without trace, if anything happened to the baby, there should be record. There should be record whether the baby passed out or whatever. Whether the baby was sick, there should be records. It is not something to that. They're not chicken business that we're talking. That's human being. A lady got impregnated, carried her pregnancy for 9 months and went to a government hospital because every day the Minister of Health say when you get pregnant, go to the facility and be treated. When you in labor, go to the facility and give birth. So somebody went to the facility to give birth and then baby disappear. So what's happening? What is happening? Okay, that investigation should be done. We are waiting for the police to come out with concrete information concerning that. And the hospital authorities in Grand Bassa should also be coming up with concrete information as to what happened. Yes. As to what happened. The Liberian people need to know that baby mother who carried her pregnancy for 9 months and want to have the fruit of her labor in her hands is going through trauma. Okay? He's going through trauma. Something must be done. It cannot go like that. It should not. It should not go like that. Yes. It should not go like that. So we have 8 minutes to 9 o'clock. The folks from the Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union here. They will be on air sharp 9 o'clock. So we want to apologize that since 8 o'clock we've been expecting and the folks from the sector who are supposed to be celebrating the Wild Chimpanzee or Chimpanzee Day on tomorrow. They've delayed. I understand they just could not get here in time. Let me talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm just saying quick welcome, Apollo.
Okay.
Yeah, my God, I would like to appreciate you very much for this topic. I think this is something that we need to be discussing for the farmer in our country. Yeah, as you rightly said that they will encourage the pregnant women to go to the hospital to take treatment, to deliver. But when this kind of thing happening, they will be discouraging people to go to hospital to deliver because if they go there, the perception widely spread is that when you go to a hospital to deliver, if nobody around you, your baby will be missing. So these are things that what happened to the lady. So for that, the government should take an immediate step. All those that were around, they should arrest them and investigate them immediately so that they can produce that lady baby. Because it's not that the woman goes through that thing for 9 months and can't deliver them the baby.
Disappear.
For me, it's not covered. As the morning we were discussing politics in the country, other people really, when they are in power, they see that what they did yesterday, it will not matter. But when they in power, when you are doing it to them now, they say you want to spoil the country, you want to damage the country. So we are in circle, this country, except the other party come to power, then they sit down and say, okay, because they are going 2 times. The citizens will go 2 times, then everybody rest. Nobody will support it in the country again. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning.
This morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, go ahead.
Fine. Thank you, Maka. This is Omer Robert Nwako. Let me just say something short. Liberia from 1947 to 1980 was still on the rigmarole. We have a country where people have respect for older people, they have respect for one another, they have respect for leadership.
Mm-hmm.
From 1980 to 1990, we saw some disturbances here. People were all around this place, people were toting guns, saying that they experienced in the past. We thought that we were doing it to correct some things, which of course was wrong. And by killing a president who had the country at heart, who was trying to see the betterment of this country, who said Liberia must be greater, higher, Liberia from mat to mattress, and without violent means, kill that president, display his body in this country, we must go to God and ask God for forgiveness. Fatu, it comes to 2005, we introduced another style of leadership or politics. The guys came in, the young guys came in, and they said, we have come to make a change, which of course we all say change was better. But you saw in this country, when people display, sorry to say, woman unaware, the first of its kind to ever be introduced to Liberian politics in this country. It brought some differences in the Liberian politics that got us today. We are running up and down. Some people say they know, some people say they know better than the other people, and we stay here with it. Now, let me go to my own son, Jeremiah Kuhn. You listen to Jeremiah Kuhn when they interview him, why you pay respect to the president so much. What did he say? He said, even if I'm going to work, I will pass to the president's house, I will speak to him, I will ask him how he's coming on. No matter what. When he ordered me to go, I will go. That is a sign of respect. Are we saying this country is divided? And somebody will say, no, this country is completely divided. And how can we bring it together? It is we who in power must now take the lead, not by insult, not by violence. Every other thing that comes out of our mouth these days is about insult. Somebody don't know. People with PhD. The country have plenty. Okay. I say plenty educated people. Why is it that Liberia will continue to be like this? Martha?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. That's what you there. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Martha David.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm James Lamar Kamara from the branch of our. Thank you very much for this morning. But I have interest in little child, that was born in the house, and they were about a moon. It scares me too much. It's funny, but I think the Russian officers investigated because
you're going low and coming high. I don't know why.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Just put the phone to where it's supposed to be so we can hear you good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, there's a turning phone here, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the Russian officers are to be investigated because they are the one, controlling the pressing centers. So they should give account.
No, it was from the hospital, not pressing center.
It was from
the Liberian government hospital. Yes, from the hospital.
Wow.
Yes, from the hospital.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
But then the head of the hospital should be able to give account.
Exactly.
Of that child. But they have record there. They have record of every child that is being born.
Exactly.
Medical.
So if anything happened to the child, is supposed to know whether if the child passed out or whatever, is supposed to know. It can't just be disappearance and just like that.
Yeah, I can't just disappear like that, in a vacuum. No. Somebody should be responsible for that. And thank you very much for flexing that. And we have to pay attention to those baby, mothers who are giving birth to those very hospitals. Because sometimes they can change children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank
so
you very much.
That's why I mentioned and say, you encourage the people, you say, oh, yeah, when you are pregnant, seek treatment at the hospital, which is good. And when you are in labor, come to the hospital and give birth, which is safe and which is also good. By the end of the day, something happened, the child lost, then we just downplay and nothing happened. What does that mean? You're telling people say you stay to your home and born your children there, you want to go to the hospital. Because when people go to the hospital, that baby getting lost. I mean, that's what it is. But let's take this break and usher in our guest. That this is the OK Morning Rush on OK FM 99.5.
Me P, producer.
Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 days of people we are known as First Republic, the Lone Star shining evermore.
Liberia, Liberia is a very beautiful country. You know, this country is good. We enjoy the country. We put things in perspective. You know, yeah, we stay struggling with some decision making and other things, but we are very hopeful that things will be okay. A couple of our colleagues and friends are celebrating their birthdays today. Erica Balie lives in Jacobtown Rehab, celebrating her birthday today. Our friend, journalist Eunice Patience Miller, also celebrating her birthday today. Diamond Kanto celebrating. Quita Harris. Oh yes, Quita is one of our regular followers, always on Facebook and on the radio. Quita, happy birthday, man. Have yourself a wonderful time today. Jefferson Knight is also celebrating. Harriet Dennis celebrating. Talu Tay is celebrating. Is this okay? Good. So all of you celebrating, I want to wish you all well, especially my daughter Erica Balie. Happy birthday to you, and our colleague and friend Eunice Patience Miller. Happy birthday to you. So Pinsville people, yeah. You know, Pinsville is the most, most important city in Liberia. If you live in Pinsville, anything you want, you can get it in Pinsville. It doesn't matter. Whether even 1 o'clock in the morning, you can get anything you want in Pinsville. Pinsville is a great city. Pinsville doesn't sleep. But Monrovia, come Monrovia on holiday. To even find food, say not easy. But yes, our guests are here, so we're just waiting for the next person to walk in, and then we will just start the conversation. As soon as the next person walks in, then we will start the conversation. So this is the OK Morning Rush, and our guests this morning are from the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, NAFU. Mr. James W. Sekie is the president, and Stanley F.J. Sewolo is the vice president. So the two of them. So that two BB people are coming interview the morning. Yeah, so just a bite of the song, and then we will join them shortly.
The whites on the flesh is for purity. of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 days of people, we are known as First Republic, the Lone Star shining evermore. Themselves and seek my face. I will rise and heal their nation. Liberia will rise.
Oh yes, we're all hopeful that Liberia will rise again. Our guests are pretty seated now, so we will be talking about one of the sectors when it comes to the driver of the Liberian economy. One of the sectors that have been one of the drivers of the economy, rubber. We'll be talking about that. So we will just go now to our guest and welcome them. Say good morning. It's great to have the both of you here, Mr. James W. Sekie, who is the national president, National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, and Stanley F.J. Sewolo. Good morning. It's great to have the both of you this morning.
Good morning, and how are you, Markam? Thank you for having us.
Yeah. How's everything?
Oh, we are doing great. The National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union is doing pretty well, administratively, but we have to rush at your station this morning to give public awareness to our people in Radio Lane about some difficulties that the rubber sector is facing right now when it comes to executive order.
Okay.
So that's why we are here. Okay. So thank you for having us.
Okay. So who is the president and who is the vice president? Just for the sake of
Mr. James W. Sekie is president.
Okay.
And the president of the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
And Mr. Stanley F.J. Sewolo, the vice president for the National Rubber Brokers.
But this issue is very important. The issue dragged the president and his vice president from their offices to come this morning.
But then, Margaret, then you must understand that's a serious problem.
Exactly. So, when we were small growing up, by the way, I'm from Nimba. When we were small growing up, we were into rice farming. Later on, we see some of our parents started planting rubber, and then we thought the whole rubber thing at first we knew. But we look down, rubber started taking over. People were planting rubber all over the place. So before we get to the detail of some of these issues, what would you say rubber has done for Liberia?
Okay, let me take the lead.
Yeah.
As you said that when you were small, you saw your parents planting rubber in the rice and thing.
Yeah.
And you thought that it was for Firestone. So no, it was not for Firestone. And let me tell you, rubber was in Liberia before the real rubber, the one we call heaviest Braziliense, entered here.
Okay.
It started first with wire rubber after the abolition of slave trade. Okay. So let me not take you long. But rubber actually entered Liberia in 1910.
Okay.
And the first rubber plantation in this country was established at Mount Barkley because it didn't do well at the time and how those that planted it faced the project out before Harvey Firestone Jr. and his wife Mabel could enter Liberia in the 20s.
Okay. That's a nice history. But let's talk about your organization, the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia. How you started and why did you organize this organization in the first place?
Okay, thank you very much. It started from the basis when there were discriminations. And after the signing of the Firestone Agreement in 1926, the lady who was the agronomist, Mabel, Firestone Jr.'s wife, decided to develop rubber, do a nursery and supply some stuff to farmers who wanted to plant rubber. And at the time, the acreage of land that Firestone requested for the government was not really prepared to get all at the time, even though what they gave is all more what they requested for.
Okay.
Most times you will hear people saying that they gave Firestone 1 million acreage of land. That's what they requested. But for some other reason, the government decided at the time to reduce it to 880,000, which is almost close to the 1 million acreage. So the lady said, well, but then there is the case that we will develop rubber nursery to provide stumps to farmers who want to plant so that we can buy it from them to augment our raw material supply. And after this was done, you know, the big guys who were in power at the time, and when we talk about discrimination, this is how it started. So they told the lady, okay, we'll get back to you. And they went in a closet, they had a meeting, they said, but this rubber is something that is unseasonous. I give money to people every day. So if we allow the native people to plant it, it means that they will have economic power to compete with us.
Okay.
And besides that, they have also decided at the time almost to take all of the land in Liberia for themselves. So the land, the economic empowerment, you know, sending native people children to school to be educated, to compete with their children, for that they decided to restrict the planting of the rubber. And how the whole RPAL thinking about. So if you look at the threshold that they set at the time, they went by the two Firestone management, every Firestone and his wife, that yeah, we agree, but this cross should be restricted. We will not like for you to allow, you know, the native people to plant. If you plant it, if you allow them to plant, you will not get people to work for you. So we will plan it and let them wait for us.
That what the crafting of the policy looks like at the time, or that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. That. I mean, you can see why it's still going on. This is why it's still going on. So they set the threshold from 100 acres up. Okay. No. So if you don't have 100 acres planted in rubber, you can't become a member of Firestone. It's clear. We have documentation. Even when Todman went against it and everything is here. For all, we don't just talk in our mouth, how they can go and go talk. We talk and talk with evidence.
Okay.
So that how RPAL was established. With acreage, 100 acres up, and they decided to make all those foreign concessions company their members. Smallholder farmers were left down. So it started, that's a very long story. I don't have to, delay your time. Yeah. But there was a syndicate set up. So when Firestone went in production in 1936 and started, buying rubber from them, those big guys, the tappers who were working, those workers that were working there, they said, but this thing is like ordinary people can plant it. And how they decided to start taking the seed to plant it. And it became unlawful. They make a law, it was unlawful for anybody to take a seed from the plantation to carry out. A lot of people were arrested in jails for that. But it is difficult, to just prevent mass, the masses. So people who felt that there was need for them to get into the venture, they started taking the sea, escaping, some passing through Farmington rivers and things, carrying it out, and how they started planting seeding and not even ball grafted rubber. And when it came to maturity and when they went into production, Firestone looked at it and told the people, but you said that these people should not plant this rubber, but as we travel along the highway, we can see rubber. They said, oh, forget about that thing. That thing is firewood, because sealing does not really leak much. But the advantage of sealing is that it has high DRC. Yeah. So the lady said, yes, it is true that it doesn't really leak, but we want it to mix it with our rubber to improve the grade. They said, okay, but then if you want to do that, the price you give to us, don't give it to them. It lasted for some years. So if the pounds of rubber were some a 10 cents at the time, smallholder farmer price will be 5 cents. They take 10 cents. And the other 5 cents, they also take it and build up themselves with it. They were only until up to 2000, after the war, the gun war, it exposed plenty things. So I don't understand why people are still fighting to force their way, the wickedness they did in the past, they still want to push it. It shouldn't work. I think the war said was sufficient to teach us a lesson so that all of us can change our attitude. So when this thing was happening, that's why we said, oh, the small farmer were being left in cold. even though they were buying from them, but the process was not fair. They were upon that by draft that we organized the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, taking a small farmer from 99 acres down to protect them, to defend them, and make sure that they benefit from their sweat. That's how the institution was established.
That's nice piece of history. Yeah, but there being this, I see some policy difference between you, the Rubber Planters Association of Liberia, the Rubber Development Fund Incorporated. Why is the conflicting, if I may say, what policies are you not agreeing on?
The seen discrimination and marginalization. The RDFI is supposed to be a technical arm under the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
But it has reduced itself to private entity. Because those guys, those that are in the RDFI, are all members of the RPAL. They came from the RPAL.
Okay.
And before then, the first rubber organization that was being established by the late Talbot was the LRDU, which was Liberia Rubber Development Unit.
Okay.
Then from there, it was changed. They repealed the I and came down with Liberia Rubber Development Authority, LRDA. And these guys, clever they went, and they said they had 38 meetings before coming out with the RDFI. But the 38 meetings, we, the smallholder farmers who own rubber in Liberia now, we are the higher producer, were never invited. Neither
to any of the 38 meetings.
Of the 38 meetings. They went clandestinely and established the RDFI and passed it. They used their contact and passed it. And we have been accurate on it. 2018, we wrote the lower house and told them that act should be repealed because you can't have 3% making law for 97%. No. We produce 65% of the natural rubber of Liberia. As we speak, you can't even see RPAL fund. If you will see RPAL fund, it can't reach to 10. So we've been on that thing and say, okay, what we'll do, we'll have you guys on the board. And it never worked. Today, it's still there. So the reason why there is a policy difference is that the RPAL and the RDFI are one institution. The RDFI is no longer a governmental entity that's supposed to operate under the Ministry of Agriculture. It has reduced itself to a private entity. It's just RPAL. And what they do is to protect the concessions company against the wealth and pleasures of the smallholder farmers of Liberia. So if you see the noise and they come out with something, we say, no, we don't agree. That's the reason.
Let's hear from the Vice President.
Thank you very much. I thank the National President for the expose. We are here this morning because of discrimination. And we're going to be speaking to the public, the government of Liberia, and the world on fight,
okay,
backed by documentary evidence. I think you heard the National President telling you about the RPAL and the RDFI. They were on Spoon around the 8th of this month.
Okay.
And they said a lot of things that were unfounded and had no iota of truth, that which we came to give clarity to the public.
What was some of the information?
The information they were sharing that they were talking something about the Executive Order 166.
Okay.
That was infused into the rubber sector, surprisingly, without consultation. And they are the driving force behind the executive order. And at the same time...
The executive order is from the president.
Yeah, the executive order is from the president, but...
It was influenced
by some people, and they are in bed with the agriculture minister. Okay. Because he is the advisor of the president when it comes to agriculture matters. And they are the one that are together and pushing about the executive order, automatically the driving force behind the executive order is to drive Liberians out of the rubber trade and give it to large concession
So
companies.
let's look at what are your fundamental issues with the executive order.
Our fundamental issue with the executive order, in the first place, the executive order number 151 is still serving its constitutional tenure, which is supposed to be expiring around July the 31st or August 1 of this year. But then surprisingly, June the 26th, we also heard that there is Executive Order number 166, indefinitely banning the exploitation of unprocessed rubber. Our issue is, before Executive Order is passed, under our Executive Law of 1972, of the present, there are laid down rules to bringing about executive order. And automatically, if you want to bring about the executive order, have you built consensus with the lead actors in the sector that you are imposing the executive order? And now this executive order number 166, how can you have executive order number 151 still serving its constitutional tenure with a major surcharge of $150 before you export 1 metric ton of unprocessed rubber from Liberia? That executive order has not expired. And you are bringing another one, 166, that's talking about indefinite ban of exportation of unprocessed rubber against the will and the fundamental right of the smallholder rubber farmers and ordinary citizens. So that is unconstitutional. You are establishing a constitutional crisis, because no president on the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia has the constitutional mandate to ban or to pass executive order indefinitely. That is a flagrant violation of the law. And so these are the issues that we have, and we came to give clarity to our people and to also talk to our president that even though you have been advised from the agriculture sector to pass this executive order under this strenuous condition, but it's causing major problem for the producers, that means the small rubber farmers and the other rubber actors in Liberia. And the president should see reason to relax the executive order. And even our lawmakers, they should understand that this is going to be causing serious problem. It's causing serious problem up country. Go up country now and see what is happening there. Life has become unbearable.
So we'll talk some details about the executive order, but I want to know I know as key players in the sector, what is your relationship with the Ministry of Agriculture like now?
Okay, thank you very much. We have a very good relationship with the government of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
But poor relationship with the current agriculture ministers.
Why poor?
Poor because he said he doesn't recognize us. And institutions that were established by law that have been working with the government of the Republic of Liberia and even international partners. And for you to come yesterday and you say you can't recognize it, that's a problem. Because under our law, ILO Convention, under international law, ILO Convention 87 provides for freedom of association and protection of the rights to organize. Mm-hmm. And that right is also protected under Section 4600, Paragraph 1 of the Labor Practicing Law of Liberia, that provides for labor organization and employer association without distinctions to organize themselves into an organization of their own choosing without previous authorization or coercion. So is he saying that he will have to authorize us before we become a union? And he met all existing. We have all of our legal documents, working with the government of the Republic of Liberia, and even having current MOU with the government of Liberia through his ministry. So what his predecessor had done and what he came to undo, so the relationship is poor. It's poor in that this minister had become a party to the conflict that between the RPAL and ourselves instead of being an agriculture minister that will mediate and bring people together and resolve crises.
Okay.
So he had become a party.
And additionally,
and we are telling the president that he must remove that man from that place or either call him to resign. Other than that, we, the smallholder farmer,
has it reached that level?
It has reached that level. The man needs to resign. If we are talking, I know the president will understand. If that is not done, the smallholder farmers in Liberia will get out and that man will resign.
Get out in what sense?
You know, we are protected under the law. The only thing that we can advise our people is to make sure that we respect the rules of law. But we have the right to freely assemble, to express our feeling through our representative. And this is what we have been doing. I'm told that we're supposed to be meeting the lower house on Wednesday. I hope it will happen. For all, we want to resolve problems. We don't want to escalate tensions. But we see those guys, we see the act of provocation is growing on a daily basis. And this minister who's supposed to coin those things and bring people together, he's not doing it. He has become a party to the conflict. So that's a need. He needs to resign so that they can find different ministers that will be willing to work with people independently.
Okay. So besides the constitutionality you talked about on the 2 executive orders, what are some of the key conflicting issues with Executive Order number 166?
Thank you very much. Some of the key conflicts is that's one I told you earlier. No president under the constitutional mandate of the Republic of Liberia has the right to issue an executive order indefinitely. Check the Constitution. And the Constitution, the executive order is also violating Article 8 of the 1986 Constitution against the will and the fundamental right of the citizens. And let me just tell you, Maka, this rubber that the executive order upon executive order always been imposed on from 2008 till now. It is not government planted property. Government did not assist the smallholder farmer to plant their the rubber we are talking about, the outdated clones. Even the concession companies that the agricultural ministry is defending, against the citizens, they did not help us to plant our rubber. And then you want us to make business with these people in unfriendly environment. Those are the negative impact of the executive order. The establishment of the syndrome of monopoly, where you have few semi-processing companies that have been in this country for centuries and more, to only have the right to make business, that we should take our rubber and give it to them and de facto the price. Those are some of the constraints. And I want to, I just want to buttress what my president said. You see, this is from the Ministry of Justice. This is the threshold ruling between us and the RPAL.
Okay.
Now, the RPAL has a membership from 100 acres and above. And we, NAFO, the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, has a membership from 99 acres below. But now, you see, we have been law marginalized. And in recent days, we have a standing MOU with the Ministry of Agriculture since 2023. This is a copy with retrial World Bank.
What was in that agreement?
To access a competitive market for the small rubber farmers, because these few semi-concession companies that are in this country said before that they can make business with Liberian brokers.
Okay.
That means they have been their primary objectives. One of their objectives is to destroy the rubber supply chain, which is internationally wrong. And so they said they can make business with Liberian brokers. And then so the Ministry of Agriculture, under former Minister Janice Cooper, we raised this issue to her. She said, "Oh wow." She said, "Okay, you people are able to look for a business competitive, market for the small farmer to pick up their goods." We said yes, and we succeeded in doing that. We brought investors in the country, and that market is open. The small farmers been trading. Okay, and surprisingly, we see the people continue to bring up an executive order. They go behind the executive order so that the small farmer cannot have the opportunity, to sell their goods at will. Willing seller, willing buyer. And what I want to really stress to you here is that there are funding in the rubber sector. That funding comes in the rubber sector from time to time for rubber sector development.
Okay.
And we got funding in the rubber sector right now for small farmers. Surprisingly, the current minister has taken the smallholder farmers' money and given to RPA. And this is the documentary evidence. This is the ruling. It is RPA that took NAFO to the Ministry of Justice in 2010. In 2011, the Ministry of Justice was able to came up with a ruling setting the benchmark between us and RPAL. But they always violate the threshold and then coming into our territory without our concern. And at this present time, the reason why we are saying this agriculture minister is party to the conflict, he's trying to conscript our membership to RPAL because RPAL membership can be more than 10. And the rubber in question we are talking about, we are the producer of the rubber. Now they set up a rubber pricing board without our representation, without the representation of the producer. Are you kidding me? Okay, the RDFI, it's no more RDFI. That's why we are using this medium to tell the government, to tell the lawmakers, our lawmakers that we elected, to tell the president that the act creating an RDFI must be repealed. Because RDFI is no more serving its constitutional mandate. It had digged to herself into a private entity, the RPAL. In recent days, they were in Grand Bassa saying they are distributing rubber stump to smallholder farmers. They don't even know the statistical data information on the total number of smallholder farmers in Grand Bassa County. And then they went and just gave up 25 farmers few stumps and things, and then they put it on the newspaper. They're all over the place on social media. Is this how we're going to run this country? We are saying no to that. We are saying our smallholder farmer belong to NAFO. What belongs to Caesar, give it to Caesar. What belongs to Jesus, give it to Jesus.
So you mentioned money coming to the rubber sector, which you said the agriculture ministry is diverting to the rubber development fund. Is that correct?
Not the rubber development fund, directing it to the rubber planter association,
okay, to the rubber planters
of Liberia,
association,
which is not a smallholder farmer organization.
Okay. Where is that funding coming from? That's what I wanted to know.
The funding coming from World Bank.
Some money from World Bank. Some money has also been taken from us as farmers. For every sale of rubber, for every rubber that we sell, fresh, there is an extortion from the RPAL side. They take $2 from it, and we are not their members. Then we had the RDFI. The RDFI it was intended to raise funds, and the process is progressive. They higher the price, they higher what they deduct. They lower, they bring it down. Okay. So, a lot of money being raised.
Is it a structure that looks like maybe the National Road Fund, something like that money?
Yeah, they call it a rubber development fund.
Okay.
It's actually supposed to be governmental.
Okay.
But as we said, it needs to be repealed because it has failed to perform a constitutional mandate. It has become a private entity. So there are a lot of money that can come. And let me just tell you something. A lot of money has been coming in this country from international partners. And when the money comes, it comes to improve the living status of the smallholder farmers. but this money had not been accessed by smallholder farmers. When the money comes, RPA will hijack it. And they in their concession company will divide it, they use it. We have evidence here.
You get evidence for that one too?
Yes, we're speaking with evidence. The current one, bring that paper, give it to him, let him read it. There's a money that was 2018 that came in, and that one was from the government. And we have been raising, our concern about what was happening to us at the time. So this time, the former speakers of the House, Buffer Chamber, invited us, and we went and he told us that there's a money here. That money was 1.275 million. And we were all supposed to access it, both the smallholder farmer and the RPAL. And after we had gone into the discussion, they asked us what you all want to do. We said about 90% of our farmers lost access to improved planting materials. I'm talking about ball grafted rubber. So whatever we get, we'll do our nursery program to provide improved planting material to our farmers. RPAL said that they started and they had their machinery and they will continue it because they want to add value, they want to produce rubber materials and things. But before then, they had used 6.5 million United States dollars. You get me? So if you see, and we are becoming difficult, we are becoming sour to even understand, to even agree with the executive order. 2013, executive order 50 was passed by the former president, Madam Sali. And this wording remained the same. Intended to add value, create jobs, increase government revenue generating capacity, fine. But the it happened from 2013 all the way to 2023. There were monopoly in this country. Firestone Lab, the two companies were the ones that were buying. Later, Jetty had to come in. But they were not having the financial capacity to buy the farmers' rubber. So, at the result, a lot of rubber became oxidized on the field. I mean, all the things, when we speak with evidence. We don't just sit over radio and tell how some people can go talk. You will see it.
Okay.
People rubber spoiled because there was no market to access. And the Firestone would tell the farmer, you pack the rubber. On the 15th of the month, we'll be there. 15th of the month, they will not come. The rubber will remain there. And if you force it and put it in car and try to carry it to the very Firestone, sometimes you will have 140 to 150 vehicles in queue from the 26th gate, and they will be there sometimes for 3 weeks and even up to a month. And if you succeeded in getting to the Firestone rubber purchase, then they will tell you that now your time, you will not call to bring rubber, go buy. You will see 6 to 7 truck load of rubber coming by from Firestone. And you don't have to carry a buy on the farm. So at most time when it happens, we go to league group to go to the league group. League group are not having money. They will say, okay, but then we can take it, but anytime we get money. So you carry that rubber, it will be there for a year. Up to this time, some people rubber have not even been paid. So as a result, this thing created tensions. Most of our aggregators that were in the business that put their money in the field, a lot of them came down with stroke. Some died. Pregnant women die in that process, during that process because the husband then could not have access to competitive market quick that they will sell the product and get money, to cater to their wife them and medical bill.
What are they?
Students drop from school. Students drop from school. In fact, it increased Zogo rates because they increased the rate of Zogo because these young boys that were on the field, to the verifying thing, tapping, when they dropped the price badly and there was no market, to quickly access, they left the farm, they joined industry. A lot of them started taking drugs. Now the thing then increased the drug addicts. You get me? So it was upon that basis that the former agriculture minister said, asked us to access market, and we did. And you see the MOU is there. So we access the market now. The very people who are driving people away yesterday, that they don't call them for rubber, are the one now that are going to tell government that they can't get rubber now for their plan. So that they should come out with executive order. And what we don't agree with is that they want to add value. Look, I'm studying rubber. I've gone very deep in rubber. TSR is not a processed rubber. Technically specified rubber is a semi-processed rubber, the raw material. So if our government really intend to industrialize the rubber sector of Liberia, which we welcome, is not an event, it's a process. Because from 2013 to 2023, when the executive order was passed with the same wording, not a single rubber company here was able to add additional value. None of them. That they show me one company that produced condom or even rubber band. Because these are the basis items that can be produced out of heaviest bracelet lenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people go lie around here when they see double ply. Oh, now the rubber, they facing chair, they facing table, la. Those items that double ply producing are from synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is not natural rubber. It's a byproduct of crude oil.
Okay.
So a lot of people start lying around here. So from 2013 to 2023, why
But
you didn't manufacture and right now you want to manufacture within two hours time?
That's education for some of us. You mean the plastic chairs and other things are not from the natural rubber?
No.
They are not stretchable.
They are not stretchable.
They don't contain elasticity. They're not natural rubber.
Okay.
They're byproducts of crude oil. That's synthetic rubber.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Markam.
So, what are some of the good things in the executive order? That you know, they may have some issues like you have raised, but is there any good in it?
Yes.
Okay.
The good thing is industrialization, but it's a process and not an event. Okay. Let the government start thinking about developing a blueprint.
Okay.
Those who want to get into producing rubber material, we welcome them. But let them first do the first part of project, let's see.
How is this directly affecting small farmers?
Because when the executive order is passed, we are left with inadequate market that can buy our product. And the guys who enjoy the executive order, they get them monopoly.
Does it compel you to sell to specific buyers?
Yeah. It compels. Yeah. Even if you read the executive order 166, you will cry. Okay, Michael David has a lead rubber, let's say in Nima, right? And they're telling you that if you don't sell it to Jetty or Firestone and you try to find any market outlet, you will be penalized with 50,000 United States dollars. Are you killing
in your own country
a small farmer that can't even afford to produce half ton? And you say that what you want that man to do if it is not done, you will penalize him by paying 50,000 United States dollars. And the second one, and you will confiscate the fund. It's unconstitutional. It means that our private property that we suffer, that we planted, is no longer for us. And that's not what our Constitution says. It provides protection for every citizen. So can we also say that since there is the case, all the people that own property in Liberia now, let's turn everything over to the government for the government to run it and give a percentage? Are we turning into a socialist state?
Let's hear from the vice president. I think he wanted to say something.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, we are smallholder farmers. You see, the smallholder rubber sector and our organization, NAFO, we are very law-abiding.
Okay.
We are one of the law-abiding organizations under the law of the Republic of Liberia. But if you see us coming out, it means we have been pushed on the wall.
Okay.
You see, even the threshold that we just gave you the copy between us and the RPA. The RPA always say that, they always say we were enacted in the law, we're passing the law. This is the flying sheet that they are dealing with from 1966. From 1966, February the 14th. And because of the same discrimination today that ongoing, President Tubman refused to sign their act. And you will see here in section 6, it says that this act shall take effect immediately upon publication into handbill, any law to the contrary notwithstanding, which constitutes that the RPA is not a legitimate group. But they try to use their influence in government in order to extort the benefit of the small farmers because they feel that we can research or we are not educated. We are saying that must stop now. And our smallholder farmer money have been given to them. They are illegal group, and we have documentary evidence to that effect. You can read it. You can go through that. Okay, now the next thing I just want to bring to your attention. I'm sorry, there are some people
Just turn it around and see the back there.
There are some people in government. Probably they don't read according to the book of Acts chapter 8 verse 26 on war. You know that the agriculture minister is in bed with the RPAL. And then trying to conscript our membership, that is in violation of the Labor Practices Law, Article 4606, paragraph 4b, which says, any person who through the use of force or violence or threat of the use of force, restrain, coerces, like a government official of any members of a labor organization in order to interfere with or prevent the exercise of any right provided by Part 5 shall be guilty of a misdemeanor and shall be punishable by a fine not exceeding $500 or by imprisonment not exceeding 6 months, or both. So right now, with the action of the agriculture minister against the labor law, we expect this minister to be either in jail right now or to pay the fine, or both, because of interference. In fact, the president of this country cannot interfere with labor matters. So we expect people to read.
Have you raised these issues, maybe through formal communications or complaints or engagement? And what has been responses from the agriculture minister?
We wrote a petition, a legal petition, to the lower house. They got copied there, and we flag out all of these issues. And probably we are hearing that we wrote the petition since about 5 months ago or thereabout. And we are just hearing. We have not officially received notification from them or invitation from them. But we are hearing that by Wednesday they will be calling also that we can diplomatically handle most of these things. But we are coming out to flag this to the public that there are a lot of missteps along the way why we are trying to forge for development in our country. We don't want people to rely on falsehood to marginalize people from time to time. And so at this point in time where we are, we want the right thing to be done. The law is the law.
Okay. So folks, we're hoping that they will call you along with the stakeholders involved. The same way, they've been summoning other people when they have issues. Like, for example, the water and sewer boss is supposed to be going there tomorrow to asking questions what happening to the water system in Markam. So if there are issues in the agriculture sector too, and they are being raised, so I think it is also very appropriate for the agriculture minister to be someone along with stakeholders to go there and answer the same way they can be asking the other people to explain. I think it's important. So folks,
and we actually welcome it.
Yeah, this is the OK Morning Rush. My guest this morning, Mr. James W. Sekie, the national president of the National Rubber Brokers and Farmers Union of Liberia, NAFO, and his vice president, Stanley F.W. Sewolo. So let's take some calls. FJ Sewolo. So let's take some calls this morning. The rubber business team being dragging, especially the one executive order after another banning exportation of raw and processed material rubber. Yeah, it's something that I think need to be addressed once and for all. But let's talk to our listeners this morning. Let's hear their own perspective on this matter. And let's take the first caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to the president and the vice president of NAFO.
Okay.
This is Lawson Pine. I am the PRO for the Intellectual Bureau of the Unity Party.
Oh,
okay. I'm also an activist. Some months back, I was in a same studio with Clarence Jackson. Not the JP on the same issue of the rubber sector. Look, somebody said they want to add value to the rubber sector only by breaking in an executive order. Then I go back of the previous executive. Now that somebody is boasting out of CSR rubber. No, what is CSR rubber? CSR is a technically specified rubber. It cannot be used in Liberia, brother. That's the first primary factor of creating tire. That we can use to manufacture tire. It can be sold in any store in the country. So what is the value now? You're putting our people out of business. To conclude on this matter this morning, Manka, the Minister of Agriculture should resign immediately after the particular meeting. Let him resign because he is trying to subject or reduce our people into poverty. Mind you, the executive are now making rubber power now backing the rubber because JP now will decide who to back from. Now go where that. The truck are backing. Last time in studio JP or something that year, even though he can back from everybody a day, but then you can get them shelter and feed them. Okay, if you get them shelter and feed them, will you pay for the champion fare? Because those guys are not belong to the people to the farmers.
Okay, thank you.
Monopoly is not good. It's an economic crime.
Okay, thank you. So you there? Take the next person. Good morning.
Morning, Marka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Daniel Philly, and I value you from Buenos Aires this morning. Member of the Intellectual Bureau of Fitness. Marka is so foreign. It's so embarrassing. We're not producing anything. Even like the studio guest said, even condom we cannot produce it in this country. It can sound so annoying, you know. And those who are responsible for these things should start thinking bigger, because if Nigeria not producing engine, my God, Nigeria, the people producing engine, although they not too guarantee, but at least the people go far. Then we cannot produce a single condom, even one thing. Let me try. Let's move on that.
All right, thank you. Let's go to the crux of the issue. Yeah. The executive order, the different claims by the guests here. Let's talk about that. Good morning.
Good morning, Margaret David.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guests in studio. And I want to say thanks to them for their brilliant analysis and expose for regarding the rubber sector.
Your name?
As usual, this is Kegwan Edgar from Paklo Ashawe Gozo.
Okay.
And I'm joining you from Congo Town. Maka, I just have two concerns to register to your guest in studio. Just like the question you asked, it was one of the questions that I wanted to ask, regarding whether they have had any engagement with this quote-unquote technical arms of the Agriculture Ministry, and if so, what are some of the efforts that they too have made so that they can reconcile on those policy differences? And but besides that, I want to know whether they themselves, as other small rubber unions, can go together and be able to have a cooperative company or factories that will be able to produce locally made rubber materials for the benefit of consumption of the Liberians.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. 0-777-700-995, 0-555-995, 995. The numbers you can call to make your point. 6 minutes to 10 o'clock. Let's take this caller right here. Good morning. Stop it. You can't do this, man. We can sing that song every morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Maga.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this was the F I did find the show this morning. A resident in Police Academy.
Go ahead, Walter.
Let me appreciate my own CMA institutes and follow for the labor advocacy you have been. You know, you have been in the rural sector for long. And you understand the function of the rural process in Liberia. Look, I think the recent time I think I got follow up on the rural area where we produce more rural in Nimba. The
the person they buy on the road, everybody was happy. And you that in Morocco when you're working, you go to your opponent after you these days to ask for money because that rubber going. A minute you do your tapping today, you put it in pocket. The buyer running behind to buy it. But they are trying to bring another bureaucracy that people will not be able to get money again. So right now I speak, more are waiting on the ground now. I will speak, I will talking. The buyer are getting so critical, they not want to pull our money in. So we are appealing to the agriculture ministry to work with the people. Let the buyer be open, everybody to people to go over. Please have a cover processing rubber. But someone you can rubber will spend now 1 week, 2 months, no money.
Okay.
Then the buyer then will be so I may appreciate them, but thank you very much, Mr. Seke. You'll continue it.
All right, thank you, Walter. Let's take this caller right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka. Thank you for the show. My name is O'Neill Phillips. I call from Monrovia.
Okay.
Thank you. I listened to the smallholder farmers in the studio. But I specifically look at the area where they are against an executive order passed by the president on the exportation of raw rubber from the country. Then at the same time, shaving blame towards the Minister of Agriculture that he should resign. I think it's a little bit contradictory. If the president sent in an executive order, it's an executive order. If the Minister of Agriculture who oversees the entire
So
sector,
the issue they are raising with the agriculture minister is separate from the issue they are raising with the executive order.
So one good thing to do, the agriculture ministry, I mean, we follow some of the work they do. They are progressing progressively as they do the agriculture work. So I think
yeah, they could be progressing in rice farming, but it may not be the rubber sector.
So one good thing the smallholder farmer can do is to meet with the technical team or the agriculture ministry and to be sitting on the radio and accusing everybody, the rubber planters association and the taking money. I think that's good for the sector. For now, the rubber sector being found, the process of rubber on the market
You've been following the rubber planters association too?
Pardon me?
I think you follow the rubber planters association too?
Of course, Markam, we follow them a lot. And to be frank, I mean, the guys in the studio, they may have a point, but it's good to meet together as a team and discuss it because we're not people who produce rubber in Liberia, the local rubber producers, they are very happy because rubber price has increased so much so.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Markam. This is Joseph Seya.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been following the discussion this morning. I think what I try to deduce from the guys is that the issue of participation, they have not been given the space to participate and make their voice heard on the table. So what we can say as expecting participatory engagement is that the Ministry of Agriculture need to call these guys on the table. They sit on the table to discuss to see how they can find their space. From there now, they can start to find another means on how to address some of the issues surrounding the sector and their inclusion in some of those major decision making.
Okay.
So the key issue there is that the agriculture ministry need to now see reason to create a space where he and the guys can sit in dialogue. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We just have 2 minutes to go. So you will use one each because of time, please. Yes, because news is coming out at 10 o'clock. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Markam. We thank all of our callers.
Mm-hmm.
One of our brothers just called and praising the agriculture ministry. We are not saying the agriculture ministry is not doing well in other subsectors, but in the rubber sector, the agriculture ministry is not doing well. I think in the wisdom of judgment of the agriculture ministry, they know what we are talking about. But what we are saying here is we don't want conflict. We don't want long-term confrontation. The RPAL takes $2 from our members, and we are not their members. What do they do with the money? We don't know. The RDF take about $8 from us. What they are doing with the money, we don't know. And then they're saying that they are helping rubber sector development. We got more than 300,000 smallholder farmers validated by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, the Ministry of Commerce, and statistical data information from our organization. Now, local Liberia, How many farmers in this? How many smallholder farmers have access to improved planting material? Then where the money is going? So we are saying we want inclusion. If the RDFR is to meet its relevance, we must be represented on that board. If the rubber pricing board must meet its relevance, we must be represented on that board. Because we are the producers. We are the suppliers. But what they try to do cleverly is to attack and destroy the raw supply chain. We are saying no to that. Okay. So I hope they can see reason that we get on the table and so that we can discuss this thing and come out with an amicable solution for the growth and development of the rubber sector in the national economy. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. President, just 30 seconds, please.
Quickly, and let me address the brother phrase that talk about small farmers putting themselves together. That's a very good suggestion. Mm-hmm. And I want to tell him that what is going on now, we are working with some of our partners, and we have started establishing processing plan. It's ongoing. Manufacturing plan, now net processing. We have to transition from TSR production to manufacturing. That's a language we want to understand. Okay. We are not just refusing. We are saying that the government must pave the way now for manufacturing instead of just TSR production. Okay. Then besides that, the other man who talked, the other brother that was talking, we accusing people. Look, we are very tolerant. There have been series of meeting to meeting with the Ministry of Agriculture. Now, deputies, assistant director, they are aware. But this brother doesn't, he doesn't listen. Okay, so for me, let me be bold. Yeah. The best thing this minister can do is to resign. Okay. So you now only there for Ray and Pepper alone. Okay. And the rest said we can't even see it. The agriculture should not be in newspaper. It should be physically. That's a physical sign. Okay. Thank you. Okay.